Hello, I'm High Heel Knight. Welcome to my channel. This is my miniature movie review of The Angry Birds Movie 2. It is a sequel to the Angry Birds movie, and both films are loosely based on the mobile video game Angry Birds. I saw the first movie. I did not like the first movie. I had no intention of seeing the sequel, but I had the opportunity to see an advanced screening of the film, and it was going to be on the same weekend as seeing Hobbs and Shaw's opening weekend. So I figured, if I'm going to see a dumb movie for teenagers and young adults, I might as well see a dumb movie for very little children. And my goodness, this is a dumb movie. This movie is for children, like 10 years and younger. Anyone so much as knocking on the door of puberty should steer away from this movie because it is just garbage. It's just basically jingling keys for the little ones for an hour and a half. And the kids in the audience, they were loving it. They were laughing almost nonstop. So for the kiddies, hooray for them. If you got some little kids and you want to take them to this and you've seen all the other much better general audience and children's entertainment that's out there in the theater, fine. Otherwise, steer clear from this. All right, so the story, basically the pigs and the birds have been having a prank war amongst their islands, and it's been going on for a long while, but a third island comes into the mix. The third island is run by eagles, and the leader of that island is frustrated because the island is basically a frozen wasteland, and she's tired of it. So she wants to take over the other two islands, which are nice and tropical, and she has a super weapon designed to destroy the properties of the two islands, force the inhabitants of those islands to clear out, and then she'll take over. So the pigs and the regular birds have to set aside their differences, unite, and fight the eagles. Now, I wasn't expecting much from this movie, just like I wasn't expecting much from the first movie, because the mobile video game, there's no real story. There's some very loose mythology, but there's no actual story or real characters. So making these movies, you pretty much have to work with whatever you got. So I was pretty loose. But there was one thing that bugged me throughout the whole movie. The eagles, they live on a frozen island, but the island has a volcano with lava. And I was like, why don't you just use the lava to heat the island? In fact, one of the weapons is a lava ball frozen with an ice shell. That's right, lava encased in an ice shell. And they spend about 15 seconds explaining that ludicrous idea. It's a dumb explanation, but at least it's an explanation. However, you're not going to explain why they have this obvious thermal heat source and they're not going to save their island. There's even a flashback where it seems like the island was very inhabitable. So what happened, between that time and now? And yeah, I'm looking for some actual story in this really stupid film, but give me something. You explain a lava ball ice thing. Could you give me an explanation for just those other 30 seconds to explain everything? I listened to all the fart jokes and the potty jokes and the sight gags and all the callbacks and all this other stuff. Just give me a little 30 seconds of something to make some kind of sense. This movie even breaks the rules of cartoons. In the 90s, there was this cartoon starring Professor Von Drake. He's a Disney character. But basically, he talks about how, well, if you need anything, it's probably in your pockets, so you just reach into your pockets, magically pick out, or it'll be behind your back. If you get wet, just step out of frame, wait like 2 seconds, and come back into frame, and you'll be dry. Things like that. But the Angry Birds 2 movie somehow breaks cartoon rules. Like, there'll be someone on one side of the room, like up in the air, somebody's room, the scene will change for a second, then it'll change back, and that character will be on the ground in a totally different position. I'm like, it doesn't even follow basic cartoon logic rules. So yeah, dumb movie. I don't recommend it unless you really like dumb movies for children. Okay, you might smile, you might chuckle, otherwise, but still avoid this movie unless you have seen everything else in the theater, or you really are a glutton for punishment, or you, like I said, you like those dumb movies. All right, so those are my thoughts on the Angry Birds movie 2. I would love to know what you thought of the movie if you subjected yourself to it. Be sure to share whatever comments you'd like in the comment section. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe, or dislike, share, and subscribe. Once again, I'm High Heel Knight. Thank you for watching, and remember, find inspiration everywhere. But maybe not mobile games.